Bigfoot stomping in the dark, dark night. Aliens dancing in the pale moonlight. Cryptid chatter blowing up the airwaves. Dr. Hogwash gonna make your day. Dr. Hogwash, yeah, he's the boss. Taking all the secrets and scrubbing off the gloss. Dr. Hogwash, awesome. Turn it up loud. The truth is stranger and it's drawing a crowd. Oh, Sasquatch tracks, Roswell facts, tinfoil hats. Dr. Hogwash got your back. Dr. Hogwash, oh yeah, don't stop. Turn it up, it's a truth drop. Dr. Hogwash, oh yeah, don't stop. You ready now? Let's go pop, pop, pop.
Greetings, temporal victims, and welcome back to the program, where science is adjacent, facts are negotiable, and your wristwatch has been lying to you since childhood. I am Dr. Hogwash, doctor by confidence, not by paperwork, and tonight I bring you grave news. Your watch is gaslighting you. That's right. Every time it tells you it's almost 5, then suddenly it's 5:30. That's not an accident. That's manipulation. You didn't lose 30 minutes, it withheld them. We are told time is linear, marches forward, tick by obedient tick. And yet, somehow, when you're late, time speeds up, and when you're waiting in line, it slows to a crawl. Curious, suspicious, rude. Friends, that's not physics. That's emotional abuse. Clocks insist they are neutral observers. But have you ever seen a clock apologize? No. They just keep ticking, smugly. Tonight, we will confront the uncomfortable truth that time does not pass. We do. And worse, we're doing it without informed consent. We'll explore why your watch claims 10 minutes have passed when it felt like 3 hours, how the future already exists but refuses to answer emails, and why reality might just be a poorly tuned radio station broadcasting nonsense at all hours. By the end of this episode, you may never look at a clock the same way again. In fact, you may want to take it off. It's been watching you too. Welcome to the show. Take a look at the nearest clock. Second hand sweeping forward. Tick, tick, tick. Now here's a question no one ever asks the clock. What if you're lying to me? Because tonight we're talking about time and the uncomfortable possibility that it isn't what we think it is at all. That time doesn't move, that it doesn't flow, that it doesn't even pass. The time already exists. Segment 1, the illusion of the line. We're taught from childhood that time is a straight line, past behind you, future ahead. Present, this razor-thin sliver we're supposedly balanced on like a cosmic tightrope walker. But that idea has a problem, a big one. Nothing else in the universe behaves that way. Space isn't linear. Energy isn't linear. Atoms don't politely queue up and wait their turn. And yet time, arguably the most fundamental aspect of reality, we treat like a numbered hallway with doors we can only open once. Physics, especially modern physics, quietly disagrees. Einstein showed us that time bends, that it stretches, that it slows down near massive objects and speeds up when you're moving fast. Already, the straight line model is wobbling. But what if it collapses entirely? What if time isn't a line, but a landscape? Segment 2. All time exists at once. Here's the idea that makes people uncomfortable. If time were truly linear, the future wouldn't exist yet. But physics doesn't actually say that. In fact, many interpretations of space-time say the opposite, that past, present, and future all coexist in a four-dimensional structure, sometimes called the block universe. Nothing is being created moment by moment. Nothing is disappearing. Everything simply is. Your birth, your last day, this exact moment you're listening, all equally real, all already written into the structure of space-time. So why do we experience it 1 second at a time? Because we're human. Segment 3, time as a human perception. Consider this. Dogs experience smell more vividly than we do. Birds see parts of the electromagnetic spectrum we can't. Bees navigate using polarized light. Reality didn't change, the receiver did. What if time is the same way? What if time isn't something that moves, but something we scan? Our brains may be locked into a specific bandwidth, perceiving moments sequentially because that's what keeps a biological organism sane enough to survive. Imagine perceiving every moment of your life simultaneously. No anticipation, no memory, no cause and effect, just everything. That wouldn't be consciousness. That would be noise. So the human brain filters time into a linear experience, not because it is linear, but because it's the only way we can function. Segment 4, time as frequency. Now let's turn the idea up a notch. We already know that reality is fundamentally vibrational. Atoms vibrate, electrons exist as probability waves, light, sound, heat, all frequencies. Even solid matter is mostly empty space held together by electromagnetic forces. So here's the speculative leap. What if time is also a frequency? Not a direction, not a flow, a state. Each moment, each event, each person exists at a specific vibrational configuration of space-time. You're not moving through time, you're tuned to it. Segment 5. Why time travel requires the destination to exist. This is where time travel stories usually break down. We imagine machines that go forward or go backward. But if time is a frequency, not a direction, then travel wouldn't work that way at all. You wouldn't go anywhere. You'd retune. And for that to work, the destination must already exist, which solves the paradox instantly. You can't travel to a future that hasn't happened, because if you can reach it, then it already exists. Time travel doesn't create futures, it accesses them. Just like tuning a radio doesn't create the station, it simply locks onto a frequency already broadcasting. Segment 6, introducing the resonator. Which brings us to a thought experiment, a device. Let's call it the resonator. The resonator doesn't break time. It doesn't tear holes in space-time. It doesn't open glowing portals. It tunes. At its core, the resonator would do 3 things. 1. Identify a temporal frequency, a specific configuration of space-time associated with a moment, a place, or even a person. 2. Synchronize the user's molecular and neurological state, aligning their electromagnetic signature with that frequency. 3. Phase lock reality, causing the user to instantaneously exist in resonance with that moment. No travel, no motion, just a shift in station. Segment 7, handheld or implanted. In early versions, hypothetically speaking, the resonator might be handheld. Something with quantum sensors, electromagnetic field modulators, a frightening lack of an off switch. But the more advanced and terrifying version? Implanted. Directly interfaced with the brain. Because if time is perception, then the brain is the gateway. You wouldn't punch in coordinates. You'd remember where you want to be. Or imagine who. The resonator wouldn't take you to a time. It would take you to a state of being. Segment 8. People as frequencies. Here's a strange implication. If moments have frequencies, then so do people. Your habits, your thoughts, your emotions, your memories. They all form a unique vibrational signature, which means, again, hypothetically, you could tune not just to when someone existed, but to who they were at a specific moment. Not meeting someone in the past, meeting a version of them that already exists eternally in spacetime. No paradox, no rewriting history, just resonance. Segment 9. Why this hasn't happened yet. So why don't we have resonators? Probably because the energy requirements would be enormous. The math would make your eyes bleed, and the psychological effects might be catastrophic. A human suddenly freed from linear time wouldn't just experience history, they'd experience everything, which raises a final unsettling question. What if consciousness itself is already a resonator, just badly calibrated? Final thoughts. Maybe time doesn't move. Maybe we do. Maybe every déjà vu, every gut feeling, every strange sense of inevitability is a brief moment of resonance. Our brains accidentally brushing against a frequency slightly out of phase. And maybe, somewhere in the structure of the universe, you're already listening to this episode. Again, and again, and again. Until next time, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Dr. Hogwash, out.